Yo, my dudes, what's going on? David here, and welcome to another reaction. This episode, we are diving into Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1, Episode 2, called 084. I'm not entirely sure what those numbers mean, but I'm sure they're going to play a factor in this episode, obviously, with the title of it being that. If you haven't watched the first episode of this, you should definitely do so you're all caught up and up to date on how I feel about the show and everything. But with that being said, if you find yourself enjoying this video at any point in time, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what I could do to further entertain you guys. And if you enjoyed enough, head on over to Patreon. There's about 2-3 episodes ahead over there. Early episodes over there, uncut, unedited, really good reactions, really good stuff. Or if not, you can wait for them to air here about once a week. Still haven't figured out the scheduling for that, but they will be airing on YouTube as well, and that is totally fine. I'm not going to take up too much of our time in this intro, so without further ado, you know what time it is. Buckle them seatbelts. Let's ride.
Dust up on the ground.
Yeah, we're all good. It's gonna be blue skies from here on out.
Is it? Oh, it is not going to be. What the hell happened?
S.H.I.E.L.D. does it all the time. Technically, Stark's a consultant.
And technically, Skye's a member of the Rising Tide. She hacked our RSA implementation.
Twice. From a laptop. Imagine what she'll do with our resources.
I am. That's exactly what I'm imagining during this round. You brought me on for risk assessment? She's a risk. She doesn't think like us.
Exactly.
Is that a problem?
Agent Coulson told us the news. What a wonderful surprise.
I'm calling this, but your frown will be on record.
We've been called in to investigate in 084. We all know what that means.
Yes, we do. It means we don't know what that means.
I don't know what it means either.
Officially, it's an airborne mobile command station, but we call it the bus. We find it best to use shorthand when in the field, but everything has to be just so, you know, because of the danger.
Yeah, I've been up here before, but I didn't see much because of the bag that Agent Ward put over my head. Could say that again.
Say what again?
Sweet ride.
I earned a little goodwill from Director Fury when I got hit right before the Battle of New York.
You took a bullet?
Ish. And as Guardian stabbed me through the heart with a Chitauri scepter. The effect was similar. Got a few weeks R&R, and this plane had it completely refurbished, studs up.
I think the coolest part about this show is probably how it ties into the Marvel movies themselves. It being in the Marvel world and stuff.
Look at this.
They're my favorite right now, Fitz and
Around here,
Simmons.
The 084 is dangerous. They're already dealing with anti-mining rebels and the Shining Path guerrillas. I could post something.
Remember the panic when that antimatter meteor splashed down just off the coast of Miami? Nearly devoured the city?
No.
Precisely. Because we kept it quiet and contained.
So what am I doing?
Well, if it gets out, I might need you to create some kind of diversion. Put the public on the wrong scent.
What can it be though?
Watch out. Exactly as we found it.
Who else knows about this?
Just the ministry. I believe they are the ones who contacted you.
Sir, I need you and your team to evacuate the site until we determine the risk associated with this object.
About you in action? You know, it was smart of Coulson to pull you out of retirement. It's nice to have a trusted friend who has your back.
Yo. I don't think they care about their people.
Hey.
I love that only Fitz, Simmons, and Phil dress up.
Agente Coulson. Estamos aquí por un asunto de la seguridad internacional.
Philip?
Camilla? Do you mind?
After you.
National Police.
What?
Why are they here?
They heard about this object. They're probably here to protect it. This area has lots of rebel uprisings.
Yeah, people are fighting back against the government's mining policies. It's pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, it's kick ass, all the violence.
That's not what I'm saying.
I know it's what you're typing in your van, alone, where it's safe.
Dude, back
How much
off of
longer?
her.
What's their
Are
hurry?
we in danger?
Not if everyone does their job. What is yours exactly?
Okay, then we don't know what will happen if it gets excited.
Stay close.
Fitz, come on!
Nah, dog, you're not giving me that. Nah, screw that. Ward, you wanna be heroic and take it? You can bag it and hold it, man.
You may need to fall back now. We'll never make the runway.
My truck! Vámonos!
Pretty impressive. Oh shit.
Move! Now! Yes, of course.
Good idea.
Linda May.
After you.
After you.
The 084 is fueled by Tesseract technology. Hydra, World War II, Captain America. It's full of lethal amounts of gamma radiation.
Gamma. You're saying it's nuclear.
No. He's saying it's much, much worse.
Well, backing up ain't gonna save you from dying.
I mean, way over my head, but I've been on this team just as long as any of you. I might as well be team captain. Just joking, but maybe that's not a bad idea because these guys do not like each other much.
This isn't about that. I'm a specialist. Today, I could have eliminated the enemy threat myself if I was working alone, but I had non-combat ready agents.
Wait, you work alone.
So
Whatever,
typical. Who do
Ward.
you think designed your equipment?
We just can't seem to understand each other.
Yet.
First walkie-talkie
Eventually.
wristwatch. 1936. Poland. They only made 20, I think.
Wait a minute.
Skye. Hand me the
What's
ball.
going on?
Okay, Turbo, but you're still nursing the one you got.
I'm not the only one.
I
Sleazy.
think
So sleazy.
Ward already knows you'll have to eliminate May from the equation to have a chance, which gives him about 20 seconds to get to her first.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed, Ward. Ooh.
The reason I'm still alive is because you need me to verify the change of routes for your pilot when HQ calls in any minute now.
I'd appreciate that.
But if I don't, she will shoot this aircraft out of the sky.
You've heard of the cavalry?
Yeah, well, everyone at the academy talks about She's the cavalry.
I told you never to call me that.
Believe it. Oh, we're sure to get out of here now. How do we get out of here?
What's first?
We can't get upstairs without going in the lab.
And the only way to release the lab doors is from upstairs. The first thing is we're tied to the cargo door, so unless you can just say...
What the hell was that?
Her wrist.
All right, we're in.
No, no, no. Es exactamente lo que quieren.
All right, let's see Ward in action. What do I do? Oh! What about Phil? Oh! Where's the cavalry? There she is. You gonna throw it? She gonna throw it at him?
Cut him loose!
Oh.
Hold on!
Ooh. Now, see, I wouldn't trust that thing there, though.
Speaking of not the norm, whose idea was it to blow a hole in the plane?
All of us.
May said that the doors were tied to the pressurization, so I thought.
So we thought it was the only way to release them.
It was everyone's idea, sir.
Yeah, it's quite genius, really.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Okay.
Time for blast off.
Launching.
What? What is going on?
Want it fixed just like you found it. So don't have Fitzsimmons going making modifications like a damn fish tank.
Yes, sir.
And the new girl, she's a risk.
I know, sir.
A big one.
You know, sir.
Alrighty, well that was season 1, episode 2 of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 084, and it was a really solid episode. Man, I don't know. Again, some of these shows start off so slow and they build the episode for a better ending. I'm anywhere between a 7, 8, maybe 7 range more though. But probably just like right in the middle of 7 and 8. In this episode, we got to see SKYE join the group, and they pretty much all welcome her in and get her situated, and then right away, instantly, we get a 084, which I'm assuming is just like a very powerful source of something that they have to dispose of in a sense. And so they head to Peru and they investigate what's going on over there, and they find it, and pretty much they're trying to figure out what it is. And so you know, Fitz and Simmons, my favorite characters by far, they're kind of doing their little tech savvy stuff, and they're figuring out what it is. And pretty much a commotion happens outside with Ward and and pretty much the army was kind of sort of in on it, because they were, I don't get it. Now that I think about it, I don't get it. So they were hiding, and then May and Ward found them, and then they sort of had like a little, not really a shootout, more of like a little fighting, disarming of the guns and stuff. And so then more army like Peru police people come, and pretty much we find out that it is somebody that Coulson has had a recent past with. She looked familiar to me, Reyes, but I couldn't quite point it out why she looked familiar. Maybe it could have been another show or something, but she looked familiar to me. And so pretty much they kind of hit it off. He recognizes her instantly, she recognizes him. And then so it becomes this like pretty much reunion, so to speak, of a recent, or not recent, but like a past friend of Coulson's. And so they're kind of having conversations going on outside, and still Fitz and Simmons are trying to figure out what they are dealing with, what object it is, and SKYE's in there with them as well, and Ward. And pretty much we start to hear some ruckus going on outside. So I guess the rebels were starting to attack. And so pretty much we get to see a little bit of Ward in action, defending his fellow colleagues and stuff. And so we got to see a little bit of action scene going on there. And then they pretty much retreat onto the airplane. And in the beginning, I was just kind of like thinking like, oh, okay, you know, your typical you know, rebels wanting to get something that may cost a lot in like the black market or something, and then obviously the good people are trying to keep it from them, so to speak. And so I thought it was just gonna be that story, and that we were gonna land somewhere, and then that was gonna be that. But then sort of midway through conversation, we see Coulson and Reyes go upstairs. So I was like, my boy Coulson about to put that work in. And then We see like a one-on-one with Ward and Sky, where she kind of was pretty much like apologizing for getting off on the wrong foot with him, and like sort of wanting to start over in a sense. And so they were having like a little conversation, and then they were having some drinks, and he looks over and he realizes something, and I'm assuming he realizes that the police guys weren't drinking, and so it kind of put him like what's going on. And so then Coulson found out too, because of the way that Reyes was pushing up on him, like the way she was acting towards him was way too direct, he said. And so he caught on to that as well, but it was too late, because they start attacking, and then they get to May, pop a hole in the cockpit, pretty much pump some gas or something goes into it, and she gets knocked out, and pretty much they get captured. And so this ultimate like betrayal moment happens of Reyes betraying Coulson. He even mentioned that they were allies at some point, like what happened. And so obviously the want for this mysterious object was far more than just their friendship, I guess. And so we do find out as well that Fitz and Simmons find out that it's like something with the Tesseract, like something, there's like something with that. It's powerful than like a nuclear weapon. It's like some strong laser thing. And so pretty much before they get captured as well, we see them arguing, we see them upset with each other because of the fact that they didn't agree with what Ward was doing when they were getting protected by Ward, and like the fact that he just recklessly grabbed that laser and all that stuff. And so like they weren't happy with it, and then so there was like disputes going on, and then Skye was like, oh, we need a captain, why don't I be a captain? But towards the end of the episode, we saw that they started to sort of build a bond, sort of kind of figure out and work as a team. And so that was pretty cool. They were all like I said, they were all captured, and then they kind of like put their brains together and thought of a plan to get out. Freaking May did some crazy thing and like broke her, like dislocated her wrist to get out of the cuffs or something. And then yeah, so some crazy, like really cool action scenes going on. And then I love Fitz's little like droids, little drone things that he has or whatever. And so he uses one of those, pushes on the laser, basically cuts a hole open in the airplane, and then people were just flying out. And then Coulson did something that I don't know if I agree with. Like the Reyes lady was like pretty much threatening them, like, oh, you guys are gonna die. Like I'll throw, like, I hope your people know what it feels like. She made some kind of threat where it was like how it feels to go like fall from 33,000 feet in the air or something. I don't know. She said some crazy thing like that. And like to me, that's threatening words. Like you're not about to say that and then I get a chance to kind of give you a little bit of karma and I'm gonna catch you. I don't know. Coulson's got a good heart. I wouldn't have done it. You threaten me and my group like that, you out. I'm doing one of these as you walk, as you fly out the plane. I'm not saving you and then tying you up, none of that. So I guess, like I said, he did that. I wouldn't have, but that was the route they went. And then Skye, as they were like trying to get the 084, the little laser thing, she reads the manual real quick and finds out that there's like a raft looking little blow up raft thing. And so she pops that open and throws it towards the hole in the plane, and then it basically stops everything from being so crazy. It plugs up that hole, and then we seen Ward just kind of sitting up on it. I wouldn't have done that. Like that thing could have just easily like got sucked through, and then we're back to the same situation. But nonetheless, basically mission complete. Coulson gets to see his team in action for the first time, working together, so that was good. They finally land the plane, and then they're kind of just sort of having like a good time, knocking back some brewskis, watching something launch off, and even May was bringing up that Ward may have to train SKYE because she seems like she has a lot of promise and all that good stuff. And then it's all four of them sitting down, and then SKYE's standing up behind them, and then Coulson's off to the side standing up as well. And then SKYE gets a text message, and it was like basically saying somebody was going dark, and asking if she was ready. And then she wrote, "I'm in." I don't know what that was. It seems kind of like sketchy, kind of like, whoa, what's going on there? But obviously I think that's what they were going for. And then she, like I said, she wrote, "I'm in." So was this some grand master plan all along for her? I don't know. That'd be some crazy stuff. And then we got a little after credit scene where we got to see Fury, which is really cool. And Fury was just pretty much chewing out Coulson because he wrecked the plane that he got him. And so he's upset about that. And then he was saying that he doesn't want Fitz and Simmons to add no fish tanks or no ridiculous stuff like that. And so I thought that was pretty funny because then Coulson was like, "Call it off. We're not doing that." And so it was a really solid episode. Like I said, I give it anywhere from like a 7 to 8, probably closer to the 7 range. But definitely a good episode. I know a lot of you guys say that season 1 of the show is a slower, not so good series or season actually. And I mean, I like it so far for what it is. So the reason I'm going 7 is because of the fact that you guys also said that the show gets better. And if the show gets better and I'm giving out high numbers for season 1, then I wouldn't have any room for the later on episodes. And so that's why I went with a 7. If you disagree with me or agree with me, please don't hesitate to comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and head on over to Patreon, and all that good stuff over there as well. Or if not, like I said, wait for them to air here on YouTube. That is totally fine as well. But with that being said, that is all the time I have for today. Thank you so much for giving me your time, and I will catch you guys later. Peace, my guys.